listening. Wake up in the morning with Shelly on WAPN. On WAPN. On WAPN.
Good Thursday morning. How are you this morning? I am so thankful. Got a great night's sleep last night. A yummy dinner my husband had ready. And so great night. Started working on all the invoicing, all thing business, because it's the end of the month and a full moon. Yeah. All the things going on this morning. Not that I believe in any of the full moon stuff. I kind of adore it because I know that your body is made up of so much water. And I know that when there's a full moon, some stuff shifts. And so I believe that part. But this morning driving to work, oh my goodness, that moon was absolutely gorgeous. Just, all over the place. Loved it. I didn't realize how much I appreciate sunsets and moons and all sunrises and all that until the last few years. You kind of take it for granted as you're growing up in life. Well, then as I've got older and I've enjoyed the take time and smell the roses kind of life, I really appreciate those things. Like when we were in Arizona the other day, we went down to this one place to watch the sunset, and it was absolutely beautiful. I mean, it took up like the whole mountain would light up, and then all these different colors would happen because the mountains were, red clay, whatever you want to call it. And it was just gorgeous. And then they said, now watch the moon rise. Well, it was funny because we were Googling it, trying to figure out how it was going to look and all this. Well, the one night it was too cloudy. It just didn't happen. But then the next night, it was so funny because when we walked outside, before the sun even set, the moon was above us. And so, it is just so cool. If you stop and think about the awesomeness, and I don't even know if that's a word. It's a Shelley word, of what God has created. Everywhere you look, the creation that he has done here. We live on such a beautiful state. We live in such a beautiful state. But to travel 2,000 miles and see, mountains and all kinds of cool stuff like that, and go hiking and just really enjoy that. And then to be able to fly home in so many hours, and you're back all the way back over here. We are blessed. And so I have just been kind of taken in all that God has done and is doing, and appreciating every bit of it. And when I got back yesterday, I was a little busy, and I love busy. You know me, I love busy. And so one of the things I was so busy with is appointments, and I love all my appointments and all my different things. And I know I'm playing with my phone and talking on the phone because I've got something exciting to talk about. I didn't want to mess it up. So I love the people of WAPN. I love this community. We've been serving this community for 40 years. And we've tried all kinds of different stuff. And, we've got this new rock show going on. Well, it's a few months old, but now it's 7 days a week. And I really thank everybody that's texting me, calling me, sending me messages. Make sure you go to Trinity Music and Media and do a review. That's very important. Send them a message, share, like, follow, all the fun stuff. But right now, right now, we have a Trinity Rock Hour billboard is live. Now, I didn't want to say it wrong. The challenge is live, so that's why I'm kind of reading and talking at the same time. I have seen it. I cannot tell you where it is, but it just launched on air, and here's how you move. If you spot a billboard anywhere around Daytona, take a quick picture, post it right here on Facebook, tag Trinity Music and Media. That's it, and you're in. We'll find you. We'll hook up with you. And you get a Trinity Rock t-shirt. So it's that easy. You just don't want to mess with tagging. Just send us a picture in a message. Still counts. No perfect photo needed. No long capture needed. Any of that stuff. You're just going to go to trinitysongs.com. You can listen there. But if you're going to go find the billboard, no, we're not going to give you any details. Find the billboard around town. Take a picture. And if you can tag us, that would be great. Tag Trinity Music and Media Group, or you can message it over to us, and we're going to get you a rock t-shirt. Yeah, a Trinity Music t-shirt. I am so excited. I was going to wear my t-shirt today, but I don't have to. I get to go to an appointment today. I get to take my friend to a doctor's appointment today, so I didn't have that on today. I wouldn't put a dress on. Maybe I'll wear it tomorrow morning. But the contest is live now. Don't pull over, freak out or anything. You can take it from your car or your train or your motorcycle or your bicycle or however you're cruising or you're walking around town. Snap that picture, tag Trinity, or send it in. We'll make sure it all works out. But let's give away some t-shirts. So that is so excited. I've known about it, but I haven't been able to share it. And that's been really hard for me to keep this exciting secret about the billboard. Okay. And so go find it. And it is local and it's within a few miles of WAPN. So it's not going to be that hard for you to find. Have your eyes open, be looking and snapping a picture and get a t-shirt. Oh, can't wait to hear who's getting a t-shirt. Then tonight is very exciting. And this is going on at the band shell. And that is Shift. So if you have seen this flyer around town or you're asking about it, you can head on over to WAPN's Facebook and check it out. If you're a bold lady, I have put it up on there. But it's at the boardwalk at the band shell, 6 p.m. tonight, brought to you by One Volusia. And it's We Will Shake the Heavens and the Earth. And so it's going to be an awesome experience tonight. All kinds of worship people have come together. We were talking to James about it the other night. So head on out to Shift tonight, 6 p.m. There is details on Facebook, like who, what, where, and why. Do you want to bring a chair? Do you not want to bring a chair? What do you want to do? But what an experience this is going to be tonight. We're making it bigger and bigger and bigger. So go out and support them at the band shell tonight. Next week, this time, we got National Day of Prayer. So we got a lot going on. Don't you love living in a town where there's all kinds of stuff going on? I sure do. I love our town. I loved the different things. Now, you're not going to be able to get to go to everything, and I get that. I can't go to everything. But when you can go and participate, let them know that WAPN told you about it. So if you've got stuff going on and you want to share it with the neighborhood, go ahead and send it over to WAPN at WAPN.net. I prefer a flyer, and I would like to share it with the neighborhood, let everybody know what's going on. And then if you like stuff on WAPN, please go like, share, and follow. Maybe make a little statement. Social media is on the buzz right now. And the more you can like and share and follow and send it out there, it just makes it more fun. And I love a good contest. And I was so excited when Jeff said we were going to do this about the t-shirt, because I like to see who's out and about. I like to see who's paying attention. It's been funny because, like I said, I've known about it. It has been up, I think a week or so. And 2 people have said to me they have seen it. I didn't want to say go take a picture of it. So now that you're listening to me, go take a picture and tag Trinity Media Music. Or, just message them over the picture if you don't want to try to do all that tagging stuff. Some people just don't tag. I'm not good at tagging. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not a tagging girl. I need to get better at that. But I do love to take a picture, and I do love to win a contest. So go ahead and do that. What else is going on? Thankful Thursday. Like I said, I have been all over the place this last week, and I have loved every minute of it. I did the Pink Jeep tour with my sister. We laughed so hard. My sister had been on it before, so she kind of knew what was coming up, but our driver was awesome, and he did shock her a couple times, and that was really fun. And like I said, we went hiking, and we drove up this huge mountain, and we played Uno, and we laughed and laughed and laughed and laughed. We went in a hot tub. We even got some sun. Yes, I am such a Florida girl. These people are laying all by the pool, and it was only like 60-something degrees, right? And I'm like, I would have a parka on normally, okay? So my sister said, let's go in the hot tub. So we grabbed our suits, and we were going to go in the hot tub. And these people are laying out, and I'm looking at them like, what are y'all doing? So we got out of the hot tub. We're taking a break for a minute to get our bathing suits dried off. And we got a little bit burnt, and we laughed so hard because here I'm picking on people laying out there, and I end up getting a little burnt. The funniness, the weather. It's so different. There's no humidity there. And when it was cold, it was cold. But I'm so thankful to get to go to see the beautiful country. We live in the United States of America is awesome. Now, Tim and I travel. We like to go international. There's nothing wrong with that. I like to go to the Caribbean. I like to cruise. I like to do all things. But it's also pretty cool to think right here in our backyard, just a plane trip away or a train or whatever you're going to do, And we can be in the mountains. We can be here. We can be there, whatever. And I think that through all that, I just see God. Every bit of it, how he just must have painted. I look at it like that. The beautiful rainbows, the gorgeous sky, the mountains, the oceans, the seas, the animals, even the cactuses. It was neat to see the different kind of cactuses. I don't think I've ever seen them really in real life. And so that was neat to see. And these trees. I mean, when we went to this one mountain, these trees, I said, these must be the ones they bring to New York for the big tree. They were so tall. They were probably 100 feet tall. It was just so cool. But, I'm so thankful to be back home. I miss Tim something fierce. And I love Daytona Beach. I love our little town. I love the variety of our town. I love that we are centrally located. We can hop on a plane. We could be on the beach. We could be on the boat on the river. We could be on the e-bikes. We can have Jeep week. We can have motorcycle week. We can have this week. We can have that week. I love our town. But the more I love our town, the more I need you to help me participate by sending me those flyers to WAPN at WAPN.net. Like tonight on a Thursday night, who can go to the bandshell and enjoy some amazing worship? You can at 6 o'clock. Yep, you can just go on over there. It's just a little bridge drive away, and you'll be right there at the bandshell and enjoying that. We just have so many opportunities to be in Central Florida and to enjoy our town. And I really appreciate that we have that. And every day I thank the Lord. Do you get in your car like me and you're driving home and you're just going, but God, but God, but God. I can be on the river, enjoying the beautiful river. I can jump over that bridge, not jump over the bridge, but I mean drive over it and be on the beach. I can be in Orlando in an hour. I can be in St. Augustine. We just have it all. And I think that when you live here, I do. I don't mean to, but I take it for granted. The grocery stores, the shopping, the doctors, all this. And then you go away and you see that to these people that live in the mountains, it's an hour drive to go get a groceries. It's, there isn't convenience all over. And I'm a convenient kind of girl. And so, yes, I loved vacationing. Yes, I love the countryside. But I do appreciate right where I live. And so I'm thankful today, right where I live. I appreciate my home. I appreciate the convenience of my home. I love that I work 1.6 miles from my house. I love that my husband's business is all over town. There is no grass. I saw grass on 2 properties and I think it was fake grass. Landscaping there is a totally different thing. I did not even turn on a TV or a radio. Now, I checked WAPN on our app, but I didn't turn on the radio and I didn't, watch TV. And so it was a different lifestyle, fun to go and do, had a great time, appreciate it so much. But there's something about home. There is something about home where you lay your roots and where you grow and where you have friends and where you appreciate. And I want y'all to stop and think about that today. When we're saying we're thankful, I am thankful for right here in Holly Hill. I'm thankful for the businesses of Holly Hill. I'm thankful for the leadership of Holly Hill. I'm thankful for this little town. I'm thankful for our business being in this little town. And I think sometimes when we go away, we need to step back and say, we are blessed. I'm thankful. I'm blessed and I appreciate it. And I was so excited to be back here to WAPN. I know it wasn't going that long, but I do love WAPN. Now, y'all are probably wondering why it's a little dark in the podcast, because a light got blown out and it can't get here till later on today. So, hey, we're just going to go for it. That's something I've had to learn about radio. You just go for it. If everything's not perfect, it's okay. God's got it, and we got a plan. Well, you're listening to WAPN 91.5 FM, and let's do our favor, and let's get this day going. God is working everything out for your good. No matter what it does or doesn't happen, just keep on believing for the favor of God in your life. The favor of God is over my family, over my businesses, over my finances, over my car, over my health. you just start naming it and claiming it over everything and look out and see what God is going to do for you, your household, and your family. It is Thursday, Thankful Thursday, April 30th, the last day of April. Let's get her done. The weather today is going to be 86 with a low of 67, Madison 85 with a low of 71. If it's your birthday today, happy birthday, Kathy and Neil and Christina and everybody else that's celebrating a birthday, anniversary, whatever you're celebrating. Today is oatmeal cookie day. I'm a cookie girl. Remember, shift tonight at the band shell, 6 p.m. Remember the billboard contest. Go look for the billboard. Take a picture. Tag us or message us with the picture, and you're going to be a winner of a t-shirt. I can't wait to see how many of y'all go look for that billboard and get her done. Well, y'all, I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful, great day. Thank you for being in my life. Thank you for being part of WAPN. Thank you for listening to WAPN. Thank you for participating with WAPN. We sure do appreciate it. I'm praying